It's news time. Information is power. Be current. The news headline: Buhari reveals identity of persons sponsoring Igboho, Kanu, vaguely. Kanu, Sunday Igboho are being sponsored by high-profile Nigerians, President Muhammadu Buhari has said. According to him, one of those found to be financing the agitators is a federal lawmaker. President Muhammadu Buhari, in his Nigeria 61st Independence Days broadcast obtained by this newspaper, the president said those sponsoring violence and making hate speech would be soon prosecuted. He further said that the revelations were made possible by the arrest of two separatist figures, indigenous people of Biafra, Kanu, and the arrowhead of the Yoruba Nation agitator movement, Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho. The government believes that every grievance by any section of the country could be resolved through dialogue, however, warned that any person or group found in the act of inciting violence will be arrested and prosecuted. He said that our resolve for a peaceful, united, and one Nigeria remains resolute and unwavering. The president says that the arrest of Kanu and Sunday Adeyemo and the ongoing investigations being conducted have revealed certain high-profile financiers that would be vigorously exposed, and they are pursuing these financiers, including a serving member of the National Assembly. Government will continue with greater level of people's participation and collaboration with international partners to improve the security architecture, he says. That certain high-profile financiers are behind these individuals. We are vigorously pursuing these financiers, including one identified as a serving member of the National Assembly. This is a clear example of how people abandon their national leadership positions for their selfish gains. Instead of preaching unity, they are funding and misleading our youth to conduct criminal acts that sometimes lead to unfortunate and unnecessary loss of lives and property. Buhari also granted the conditional lifting of the ban on social media platform Twitter to allow citizens continue the use of the platform for business and positive engagement. While acknowledging the country's socio-economic and security challenges, the president said no government since 1999 would match what his administration had done in the last 6 years to put Nigeria back on track. Below are excerpts of the speech. It is with full gratitude to God that today we celebrate Nigeria's 61st independence anniversary for 1st of October 1960 to happen. All hands were on deck. East, West, North all came together to celebrate freedom. Today should not only serve as a reminder of the day the British handed over the reins of power to Nigerians, but also unified Nigerians from all ethnic groups, religions, and regions. Today, despite the challenges we face, most Nigerians still maintain the spirit of 1st October, that positive outlook and determination to make Nigeria a peaceful and prosperous nation. It is due to this collective attitude that Nigeria doggedly continues to remain a united and indivisible nation. Fellow Nigerians, the past 18 months actually witnessed a whole lot of challenges, and that the collective attitudes that Nigeria has showed continues to remain a fundamental thing that has assured that we remain united and indivisible. Since the Civil War, I doubt whether we have seen a period of more heightened challenges than what we have experienced in this period. The past 18 months have been some of the most difficult periods in the history of Nigeria. Our original priorities for 2020 were to continue stabilizing our economy following the deep recession while restoring peace in areas confronted with security challenges by the COVID-19 pandemic and its devastating impact on all nations meant we needed to shift gears and re-strategize. Nigerians came together as one to fight against COVID-19. It is this attitude, and by the special grace of God, we continue to survive the pandemic as a nation and indeed provide leadership and example at regional and international levels. The doomsday scenario predicted for our country never came, even as the Delta variant continues to spread. We have built the capacity we need to respond now and into the future. I will therefore appeal to Nigerians not to take COVID-19 lightly. Adhere to public health and social measures, put your mask on and get vaccinated. We can control this pandemic, but it requires effort on everybody's part. The investment we made in response to COVID-19 and will also serve our country to tackle any future disease, outbreaks, or pandemics. I have directed the Ministries of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Health, Education and Science and Technology to work with Nigeria and international pharmaceutical companies and research organizations to enhance Nigeria's domestic pharmaceutical capacity. Already, the Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority is raising a $200 million fund for this initiative that will complement the Central Bank of Nigeria's ongoing 85 billion naira healthcare sector research and development intervention scheme to support local researchers in the development of vaccines and drugs to combat communicable and non-communicable diseases, including COVID-19. Similarly, on our approach to food security, I am proud to announce Nigeria has commenced its journey to pharmaceutical independence. This journey, which will take years to achieve, but will ultimately result in Nigerian-based companies developing the active pharmaceutical substances and competence needed for us to make our own drugs and vaccines. As our economy continues to open after COVID-19 related lockdown, we have also seen the resurgence of insecurity in certain parts of the country. In the last 4 months, the gallant men and women of the military and security agencies have tremendously recorded progress in addressing these new security challenges. We are taking the fight to our enemies from all angles, and we are winning. In the northeast region alone, over 8,000 Boko Haram terrorists have surrendered, and this is a remarkable feat of the military and security agencies. And these were the words of President Muhammadu Buhari and today, the 1st of October, in celebration of the 61st Independence Anniversary. And he is of the opinion that Nigerians should remain united and one, resolute and unwavering, warning that his government was ready to arrest and prosecute all persons that are inciting violence through the words or action, saying that his administration has done better than any other administration so far, saying that truly we have recorded a whole lot of pressures in the last 8 months. It has been so devastating, but his government is doing everything necessary to make sure that we become united and remain united and an indivisible nation, saying that the original priorities was affected by COVID-19 pandemic and it has brought about devastating impacts. However, they have shift gears and re-strategizing, and that by the special grace of God, we will continue to survive the pandemic as a nation and indeed provide leadership and example at regional and international levels. Thanks for listening.